right, so business acumen, who makes up SNS? How do we support you? So our sales team has over 600 years of experience. We all have a very diverse and different background, which is great for you guys. So Dave's been in business for 45 plus years. He's huge on drivetrain, PTO stuff. Anthony's very personable. He likes to build programs, get to know your business. So I'm more like, hey, how do we build a program up to be a multi-million-dollar program? So we all have different aspects of the business, but the point is, hey, we hit this landmine six months ago, shit hit the fan, what do I do? How do I get my business back on track? Call Dave and be like, hey Dave, this is what happened. Oh yeah, that happened to me 6 months ago with tech. This is what we did, this was the actionable solution to you, and this was the solution. So when you have a problem, we'll give you an actionable solution because we hit all the landmines in the past, which is good for you guys because we're not going to mess it up for you guys. We'll make sure that you avoid those landmines, keep you on the straight and narrow, keep you profitable. So we'll build your business through share wallet, retention, and new business. So the big thing here is we don't want to cannibalize your current sales. Everything going through PACCAR, TRP, your customers you're selling your specific products to now, just keep selling them that product. What we want to do is share wallet, sell your customers more stuff. Retention, the out-of-warranty trucks, the trucks that are under warranty, now they have the option, because they're out of warranty, to go to a WD, a repair shop. Let's drive that business back to the dealers. And then new business, capturing that new business, like we talked about the Volvo Freightliner stuff, you might not have an option for today. We can give you an option with our depth and wide range of product offering. Customer service, so customer service can be your best bet for tracking, availability, maintenance items for your account. It's a live person, we'll pick up the phone. You're not going to go through a computer or 1, 2, 3 system, any of that bullshit. Someone's going to pick up the phone, one call resolution. So the goal there is to answer your call, hey, this is what the complaint is, here's your solution, done. So for calls, 98.5% satisfaction, emails 94%, and chat 100%. So this is all the 3 ways you can contact them. So if you're in front of a customer and you're at the counter, you can quickly chat on their website, communicate with the customer service team, never disengage the customer, execute that sale, turn that shopper into a buyer. R&D and testing. So obviously quality is very, very important for a private brand. EM Tharp, Golden State Peterbilt, they own Gstp, Golden State Truck Parts. You guys own it. It's exclusive. You guys got to have the confidence, put it out there, sell it to the customer, be active, be positive, push the brand out there, and we're going to back you up with the quality. So you can go home at night, go to bed, trusting that you're putting the best quality product out there to your customer possible. So SNS is ISO certified. What that means for you guys is it's the strictest testing requirement in the industry. If you want to sell the OE suppliers, you got to be ISO certified. That's number one. You got to be at that level. What it means for you guys basically is, if we develop this widget, if we're testing it, we can pull Anthony off the street that doesn't know anything about testing parts, say, hey, test this part. They're going to lay the ISO certification paper in front of him. That ISO certification paper is going to tell him exactly how to test that part per the date we developed it. So every time we test it, we document our findings, it's saved in the system, and then we'll get audited by a third party from ISO, comes in once a year, says, hey, pull this part you tested last year, I want to see your findings. We pull it, we show it to them. As long as everything's legit, we continue to be ISO certified. So the big thing is it's third party. We don't do it ourselves. We're not going to say our engineer, hey, go make sure our technician's testing this right. No, it's a complete third party, so there's no influence by us internally. And then when we develop a part, it's always off the OEM part. So if this is a widget we want to develop, it's a PACCAR widget, we'll call Cameron and be like, hey, I need 2 PACCAR parts, it's got to be PACCAR, got to be OEM. Can't be TRP, can't be an aftermarket part. We bring it in, we try to identify your source. If possible, we'll buy direct from your source. If not, we'll have one of our trusted vendors create a sample, we get that sample, we have the OEM part, the sample side by side, we test both of them. We don't introduce that part into our stock until that part meets or exceeds the OEM spec. Once it does, we take shipments. The incoming shipments come to our dock and goes directly to QA lab. The engineer will pull 10% of that shipment and he'll test it per the original test requirements when we test it against OEM. If it's higher than 1% failure rate, we test another 10%. Again, if we get another higher than 1% failure rate, we pull another 10%. If that's higher, then we test the entire batch. So anything that's good, we keep. Anything bad, if it's air brake, we destroy it. We don't send it back. We don't risk that they send it to another vendor who doesn't have a QA lab and then gets in the field. If it's modifiable or repairable, we repair it on the vendor's expense. So everything we're doing here in the back end to ensure your product is the highest quality possible, your expected failure rate is 0.9%. So that's been our failure rate for the last 2 years, 0.9% exactly, through the entire product line. So I just did a big year-end review with one of our largest customers. They buy over $5 million. They have about 550 parts in their program. They bought those widgets 80,000 times, and their failure rate was 0.68%. So be confident, be active, be positive. This is a high quality part. We're not some blow-by-night company. We've been in business for 71 years. We have a high quality part. We control all the testing. We're doing everything up front so you guys have the confidence to sell it and make a lot of money, right? So $2 million in test equipment in Schaumburg, Illinois. You guys are all welcome to visit if you're ever in the area. You know, come on in and check it out. Customer loyalty and retention. So we talked about how you guys are partners. Dealers are our lifeline. You know, about 15 years ago, we made the decision to not sell everybody and sell to dealers. And then probably about 10 years ago, we said, you know, we're going full-blown private label. So 10 years ago, we were about $25–30 million company. In that 10 years to year to date, we're about $350 million. So we invested a lot into the dealers. We do, you know, MHC, Tech, Wallwork, Reed, Allstate Peterbilt, JX Peterbilt. So kind of give you guys a reference of who we're dealing with, what programs we're building. Those are big time dealers. So we're in bed with all those dealers. So average customer tenure is 15 years, about 70 years aggregate servicing customers. Again, partners. So we want to understand your business, your customers' needs, your needs, and then together with everyone in this room, your corporate team, your sales managers, we're going to build a custom plan that will be successful for you guys. So what's really good for JX Peterbilt, not necessarily great for Golden State Peterbilt. So we're not here to say, hey, buy these parts, I'm going to shove them down your throat and hope you sell them, good luck. No, it's more like, hey, what is your need? What do you want? Cool, I can do that. This is the program I suggest. Let's build something successful. You can turn your inventory quickly, but we're 100% partners. Your success is our success, your failure is our failure. Again, the dealers are our lifeline. We need dealers to succeed. Just you know, being in business 71 years, having partners, being adaptable, it just shows that we can pivot. So when you guys have a problem, we'll pivot with you, we'll help you out, we'll adjust. You know, COVID was a great example. Everyone didn't know what to do. All the dealers that had a private brand, had a program like you guys just launched, they were able to pivot quickly. They leaned on their private brand, and they were 35% year over year through that period. They had a program in place already that the shopper wanted because COVID hit and fucked the market up. Now they had a price point to go after, and they were ready for it. Business analytics, factual data. So simple terms, factual data for SMS is just historical data that we can use to better predict the future and make more profitable decisions for SMS and Golden State Peterbilt and our customers. So you can't make decisions just off the whim. It doesn't make any sense. Like, I think this is going to work, let's try it out, screw it, see what happens. That's just opportunity for failure. Your probability for success is a lot lower. But when you use factual data, you look at, you know, for example, we launched your program with a usage report. It wasn't like, hey, take these parts and just go have fun. No, it's give me your usage report. Let's identify what you guys sell the most. We'll introduce those perks in your program. All you have to do is offer the part because the shopper is already walking through your door expecting you to have this part. So we're making it very easy for you guys to convert that shopper into a buyer by giving you the highest probability of having that part in stock at that time. With the Volvo Freightliner, we didn't say, pick your Volvo Freightliner, have fun, we'll support you. No, we supported you guys with factual data, analytics. So we ran all the Freightliner Volvo parts we sell in this region, converted it down to 100 numbers and say, here's 100, pick 50. But we manually went through these 100 numbers and we're confident that these 100 numbers will sell good in your territory because we sell a shit ton in your territory already. So you guys can have the confidence that when a shopper comes in, you got to be active, you got to say it, you got to tell them. But if you tell them, you have a high probability of converting that shopper. gives us insight into best practices and success stories. So what this is basically, Allstate Peterbilt, they launched a brake hose line. They did all this marketing, the graphing, it was really successful. Their shop's using all the brake hoses. It was a great return on investment. If you guys are like, hey, we want brake hoses in our shop. Cool, this is how I did it for Allstate. Bam, we'll just bolt it onto your program. So we can use those success stories, those best practices, because we have the data, we know how to do it, we know the return on investment, so you guys have full expectation from us and expectation of your success. So reports say we can help you, so this is more for management, parts manager. So share a wallet, you guys know your territory best. So one, you can run a usage report just on your store. We can regionalize your store and say, okay, here's your store alone, here's your top 100 numbers, here's everything we stock. You can really get very specific. So rather than doing a company-wide usage, Fresno, Bakersfield, maybe they sell some stuff that you don't sell, or you sell some stuff they don't sell. We can really get specific, regionalize it, and really get pinpointing on your region. Share a wallet. You say, hey, Freightliner and Volvo is nice, but you know what, Kenwood's big in my territory. Cool, I'll run some Kenwood numbers, send it to you, you can pick it out, talk to your team, we'll identify it through factual data. The retention, so after 2 years in the program, we'll start doing retention reports. So we'll do last 12 purchases compared to, this year-to-date purchases. Anything that's, maybe last year you bought 100 pieces, this year you bought 10, 20, that's a downtrending part. Hey, help me understand this is downtrending. Shit, I don't know, I didn't realize that was downtrending, let me go ask. Send Homer out, be like, hey man, you bought 10 of these pieces this year. Last year you bought 100, help me understand why your competitor came in and took the business. Sweet, well, help me understand how to get it back. We'll help you identify those numbers, reduce your churn. Churn is big. We want to reduce the churn as much as possible and continue to grow. New numbers, we develop about 30 new numbers a month, just on top of our current inventory. So you'll get new numbers from your SAM, your inside sales. They'll work with your corporate team to continue to grow the program from these new numbers we're developing. And the way we develop parts is off usage reports from